star-studded Word, we spar with Mickey Rourke, go backstage with War Amanda, cross swords with Musketeer Oliver Platt, get greasy with Debbie Gibson, Keanu joins us by satellite from LA, Danny meets America's biggest female footballer who's terrorising the boys, and music from Honky, Whiteout and Michelle.
Spread the word.
Come on, it's got to go back to the dry cleaners tomorrow.
Soon to be seen warring and wenching its way across our cinema screens in The Three Musketeers, Oliver Platt already has a string of movie credits to his name. Always the actor, Oliver says his first big break was his childhood water buffalo impressions. Now he's front page news and about to become a first-time dad. Ah, welcome to the Word, Oliver.
Oliver Platt.
Nice to see you, Terry.
Okay. Oliver, welcome to the show. Now, Three Musketeers isn't going to be shown here in Britain until February the 11th. It's already out in the States.
Right.
We've had the record, don't worry about it. But, you know, making something like Three Musketeers, it's kind of been done before, hasn't it? You've had Richard Lester's version with Michael York. You've had Gene Kelly, of course. Tom and Jerry.
You've actually...
What appealed to you about it?
The wig. The hair possibilities, and the horsemanship, of course. No, I saw the Richard Lester version when I was a kid, and it was one of my... the first time for me that, you know, what we call period films or historical films were made human, because this was such an incredibly undignified movie. Usually these movies, for me, the actors walking around looking incredibly uncomfortable in clothes that didn't look like they were theirs, speaking in a style that seemed very foreign to them. Mm-hmm. And for the first time, these guys were like, you know, rolling around the mud and kicking each other and biting each other and
getting paid for it.
And getting paid for it. That's right.
Now, you play Porthos, who's supposed to be a bit of a lusty man, isn't he?
That's right, he is.
He's got a lot of, how can I put it, appetites.
That's right.
And yet, really, it's your co-stars in the film who in real life seem to be the ones with the appetites, isn't it? Charlie Sheen and Kiefer Sutherland.
What makes you think that?
Well, I mean, I heard stories that when you were filming The Three Musketeers in Cornwall, they sort of, you know, ran amok a bit in the local bars and pubs.
Well, you know, they're healthy young lads, is all I can say. I mean, the thing is, you know, they really, they behave... A lot of that stuff was exaggerated, first of all. I mean, truly, it was.
Yeah.
But also, they're normal, you know, normal guys in their late 20s, but their behavior is just studied and picked apart and put up to a level of scrutiny that everyone else's isn't. So it's no big deal, really.
Everybody else is supposed to aspire to it. But then again, I mean, your father was a career diplomat, and I think you're just, you know what I mean?
Doing your research, Terry.
Spinning that line out. Now, with The Three Musketeers, and, you know, it's kind of, how could I put it, a period drama. Now, the Americans seem to be, at the moment in Hollywood, making a lot of these old movies, if you like, and books, like The Last of the Mohicans, Robin Hood, and The Three Musketeers, you know, remaking them over again. Mm-hmm. Is that a trend, do you think, for the future there?
You know, I think that it basically... The answer is pretty boring. It comes down to the fact that movies are so expensive to make that they go for material that's tried and true, you know? And, I mean, at the time and then one studio gets the idea, everybody does it. When we were putting Musketeers together, there were 3 other Musketeer movies at major studios that all kind of fell by the wayside slowly. I was actually attached to play Porthos in another one of them. But the producers of this movie were...
So they rounded everybody up.
Very aggressive.
You did get trained, though, in Olympic fencing, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, just show us a quick move before we go elsewhere. Hey, listen, that's not... that is not Olympic. Listen... I'm taller than Charlie Sheen, though, aren't I?
You Yes, you are taller than Charlie Sheen. You have that on him.
Thank God for that. Listen, you're going to stay with us, aren't you, Oliver? And we'll ask you some sensible questions later. Meanwhile, our Hufty must be the first Newcastle United fan to have seen the inside of Wembley for 18 years. Hufty, what are you up to there?
Hiya. Terry, here I am backstage at Wembley for the gig of the year. Duran Duran have just come off stage and I'm at the Celebrity Hangout. But I'm not here because I'm a Durrani. I'm here to see a woman who used to do my job. She's come from glamorous presenter on The Word to Hello Magazine to Hollywood and on the front cover of Tatler. Hello, Amanda, how are you?
Hey, Hufty, how you doing?
I'm canny. How are you, John?
Very well.
How was the gig tonight?
I don't know, you tell me. You had a good time, didn't you?
I had a really good time. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we all did.
Amanda, about a year ago, coming up, you were on The Word. What have you been doing since then?
Oh, what have I been doing? I've been living in LA and going to acting school and just basically being out of this country.
Right.
Getting some sun.
I hear that you've got a part in a film.
A film?
A
yeah,
film?
I have. Yeah, it's my first film and I start shooting in a couple of weeks, so I'm very excited.
Right, so you're looking forward to that?
Yeah, definitely. That's really what I've been working towards.
Yeah, so the acting classes are helping, do you think?
I hope so. You'll tell me when the film comes out.
I will tell you about it. Now, our audience are very excited about having you on. Could you give us a wave, the audience in the studio?
Hi. What's up?
So,
hello.
Now, Amanda, you were in LA when the earthquake was on.
That's true. It was like 4:30 in the morning and I woke up and the whole house was shaking. And I just kind of went into the baby's room and grabbed her and went down the stairs and we didn't really have any damage, so it was okay. But a lot of people did.
Right. John, you were in Chicago. Were you really worried about Atlanta and Amanda?
Well, of course, yeah. But the power went off where Amanda was and she called me and I turned on the TV and started getting the reports of what was going on, you know. And you know, I just got back as quickly as I could. You know?
Yeah.
It was good because I got the live TV coverage on the telephone when the earthquake was happening.
Canny.
Absolutely.
Hiya, Bruce. Are you all right, son?
Absolutely, my dear. Absolutely. How are you doing?
I'm very canny. I'm very canny.
Well, absolutely.
Coming to your screens this April.
Okay, we'll be back later on with Bruiser and John and Amanda. Maybe
Bruiser, whoa!
Baby Atlanta. See you later, Terry.
Okay, brilliant. Hey, I like Amanda's haircut there. Nice one. And also, 3 lucky members of the audience later on will be able to ask Amanda some questions afterwards. You've been to see Duran Duran, haven't you?
I actually haven't caught their act any time recently, Terry.
But you don't like house music, do you? Watch the sword, watch the sword. I'm an expert now. Listen, as you know, if you read the papers, they love me, don't they, the press over here. But some people can't seem to avoid getting bad press. I went over to Los Angeles to meet up with one Hollywood heavyweight who's fighting back in more ways than one. In the mid-80s, Mickey Rourke was Hollywood's favourite tough guy. He shot to stardom in movies like Angel Heart, 9.5 Weeks and Wild Orchid, where he met his beautiful pin-up wife, Carrie Otis. However, after a series of box office flops, the ex-Miami gang member has turned his back on Tinseltown and returned to his first love, boxing. I went over to Mickey's gym in LA to see if I could go the distance with the man that the press have dubbed Mental Mickey.
I'll do what I want to do, whether it's off the wall or not. Now, you know, I made some mistakes, and you know, I've told so many people in Los Angeles to kiss my ass and they go fuck themselves that I'm basically blackballed here.
Refusing to play the Hollywood game, Mickey prefers to throw punches in the ring rather than hang out with fellow actors. His current sparring partner is world champion James Toney.
For the UK, we're here with Lifestyles the Rich and Famous.
I'll be real honest. I'm never, ever going to be a caliber fighter of James Toney. You know what I'm saying? I know that. I've come to terms with that. But, you know, you take Alec Baldwin and Daniel Day-Lewis and Kevin Costner and all them, you put me in a room with, put me in something with those guys, I'll eat their asshole.
Was that a conscious decision not to surround yourself with actors?
I don't particularly care for actors. I don't like them.
Why is that?
I just don't like them. I think they're a bunch of it's a bunch of people that live in a bubble. You know, I met Warren Beatty one time. I thought this is one of the creepiest puke asses I've ever met in my life. I mean, come on. You know, I've got an old friend that's a shoemaker, you know, I've got more respect for.
He may feel he's got more in common with his fellow fighters, but his record of 5 wins in 16 bouts shows he'll never be a championship contender. Having been advised to give up boxing by the end of the year, he may now have to find another way to make the money he was once accustomed to.
I blew all my money. I've gone through...
Hey, don't beat around the bush. Come straight out with it.
Yeah, no,
You blew all your money.
I just lost a $3.5 million house, and I'd blown, probably 20 million. Yeah.
If Mickey is to recoup some of his losses, he may have to curb his bad boy reputation. Earlier this month, he was arrested outside his sister's restaurant in Miami after a dispute with a group of teenagers. He told American television his side of the story.
If somebody says, suck my dick to me, yeah, I'm going to get really mad, and I'm going to be offended by it. I did not hit the individual. I did not touch him. I'm a professional fighter. I fought 3 weeks ago in Germany. I don't need to fight in the streets to prove anything.
Whilst he hasn't got anything to prove on the streets, he's got a lot to prove at the box office. He hasn't had a hit movie for nearly 10 years, and producers are now wary of the Miami Mauler.
My reputation for whatever it is here that scares the people at the studios, maybe it'll go away. Maybe somebody from a studio, somebody who's got a set of balls, will give me a shot.
He may be down, but he's not out. Like all good fighters, he's still got one good punch left. In his most unpredictable move yet, he's hanging up the gloves and taking up the pen. In a collaboration with a business associate, he's launching himself as a poet.
I wrote it in a certain mood, it was good. It was very therapeutic for me.
True to form, Mickey's ode to producers probably won't win him any new parts. Like an actor with amnesia or a director without a penis, you make me cry. Like an orphan baboon chained to the dyke sales lady at Bloomingdale's in New York City at Christmas time. Poetry. Yeah, can I just say, actually, Mickey, we were a bit unfortunate the way we cut that together, made him look a bit bad. One thing Mickey Rourke won't be able to do, though, is go to Ibrox to see Celtic and Rangers, on an away match, not if he's got his Celtic scarf on. And he would never get a job with your dad as a career diplomat, would he?
I don't think so. Honestly, is the answer I have for that.
Decent bloke, though. OK, now with somebody who's got something which I think will enrich all our lives, we'll go over to our Mark. Mark?
Yeah, it's occurred to me that over this series we've treated our audience, how can I put it, a trifle inconsiderately. What do you lot think? Yeah! Oh, you had a very bad time tonight, then?
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, well, I think we should make amends there. Maybe you think I'm wrong, maybe you disagree, maybe you think that humiliating students in front of their parents, making people eat human eyeballs, or destroying their prized possessions in front of their very eyes is just our way of saying, I love you. But tonight, honestly, I'm going to make amends, so is Terry, because as if by magic, this has appeared. Random Acts of Kindness is a book that sold over 2,000 copies in the States, and it's spearheading a national campaign. Have a look at this. It's the phrase that's changing the face of America. This compilation of compassion has sold over 200,000 copies in the States. Americans, tired of rising crime levels, have started killing each other with kindness, and it's making headline news with people paying strangers parking fines, leaving hot dinners next to the homeless, and cutting their neighbours' grass. And when you've read the book, you can buy the T-shirt. And the talk shows can't get enough of it.
Kindness is like the proverbial pebble in the pond. It's like you drop that tiny pebble in, and the ripples start to go out, but they keep going out and out and out. It just has an enormous influence.
Now TV producers are planning a show with film footage of real-life kind acts. But they're not going to beat us, because tonight myself and my main man Terry C are going to be committing random acts of kindness to our fantastic studio Hornets here that we love so much. So let me go out and commit some random acts of kindness. Excuse me, what's your name? Cliff. Cliff? Yeah. Cliff. And everyone laughs when you say Cliff, but not me, Cliff, because I love you, and that's a very nice name. Cliff, what would you say if I held out this $5 and said, Cliff, it's yours?
Sure. I'll have it.
Then you are the witty, articulate man I thought you were, Cliff. Well done. Anyone else? What about you? What's your name?
Mark.
Mark. Nice name, if you don't mind my saying so, Mark. What about you? A $5, what would your reaction be?
I'll be very emotional. Would love it.
Really?
I'd love it.
Well, there you go.
Thank you, Mark. You're a nice guy.
No emotion at all shown by anyone. You, sir, never met you before in my life, have I?
No. Never.
No? So there's a $5. $5 all round. $5 for you. Look, there's actually someone holding her hand out for a $5, but as it is random acts, I think I'll still give her one. $5, look, people begging now, but Hey, we love you all. And, no, not you. And there's £5 for you, £5. In fact, sorry, I was very unkind to you there because I said no, not you. And actually, what's your name? Kerry. And what do you do?
Go college.
You're at a girl college?
Go college.
Oh, you go to college? He just can't say it very well, but I don't mind, because I like people with speech impediments. Anyway, Kerry, here's £20. In fact, here's £100, Kerry. I accidentally touched her breast, but that was nothing to do with part of the payoff there. Join us for part 2 when we've got Debbie Gibson live on the sofa. More fantastic music. See you then.
The Word.
Which of these 4 famous men said, one of the worst things about being famous is going to the loo and thinking people are looking at your... oh, you know what. Was it Michael Jackson? Ben Elton? Neil Tennant? Or Philip Schofield? Find out after the break.
The Word.
We asked you which of these 4 famous men said, one of the worst things about being famous is going to the loo and thinking that people are looking at your... oh, you know what. And the answer is Neil Tennant.
Now, if you saw the random acts of kindness before where Mark was giving away money, which is a bit unusual, he don't normally stick his hand in his pocket, you know, and I am the font of all human kindness. Now, random acts of kindness is sweep in America, but what I've got here, he gave away 100 quid. I have got a holiday to Florida, mate. Worth about 500 nicker. Let's go and... I feel like being a bit kind, really, you know what I mean? I'm overflowing with it. In fact, I'm absolutely full of it. Hey, what's your name?
Julius.
Julius, yeah, there's a tenner.
Nice one,
He
mate.
gave away a £5, I'll give away 10, as you say. Listen, have you got a lot of time to spare? No. You've not got any time to spare. Well, you can have a watch. Have a watch. A watch. Do you love a nice, relaxing time? Absolutely. Have a photo of me. Kindness costs nothing. That's kind, isn't it? Have one of them. Yeah, wait a minute. What are you?
Dave.
Hey?
Dave.
And have you got a lot of money, Dave?
No, I've got nothing.
And have you got plenty of time on your hands?
Yep, loads.
There's a holiday to Florida for you. 400 quid. Spread a bit of love. That's from me. That's it. I've run out. Back to you, Mark.
Well, if I was in an uncharitable mood, I would say that when I was doing my random acts of kindness, it was a complete random act of kindness, and when some people do it, it's trying to buy friends. That's all I can say. Mate, did you ever go out and just go, here's some money or anything like that? Did you ever do that, Oliver?
Yeah, I try and give away about that $1,000 every week if I can on the street.
Most people do.
Yeah.
I don't know what the big fuss is about.
Really?
Anyway, it's time for another guest now, and it's a pop princess who's currently making a song and dance of a stage career. Have a look at this.
23-year-old Debbie Gibson was once America's teen pop princess with a host of hit singles. Losing her puppy fat, she flirted with being a sex kitten, but returned to her roots as Bobby Soxer Sandy in the sellout Grease. Miss Goody Goody or Rock Chick, whichever, you're the one that we want. Welcome to the Word, Debbie.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
Everyone knows what you're doing at the moment. You're in the musical of Grease.
Yeah.
And when I last met you, just before you started, I know it had been a lifetime ambition. I actually read an interview from 1989 when you were saying, I always want to do Grease. So how's it been going?
Great. Yeah, I was a bit of a Sandy in real life, actually. And so I always felt, you know, that I wanted to play the role, and it's been going great. It's been going great. I'm leaving in April, though.
Why are you leaving?
I want to get back to recording, really. You know, I've got some demo equipment set up right now in my flat, and it's like, you know, I come home after the show and I make my own music, and I really want to get back to that. I think I hope I've progressed a bit since Shake Your Love, you know.
You certainly have. Anyway, Robert Stigwood, who produced the movie of Grease, said that when he found Olivia Newton-John for the part, she was the ultimate Sandy, and no one should ever play the part again. What do you think of that?
Well, they'd have a bit of a tough time casting her as a high school teenager at this point, so obviously someone's got to play it again.
Yeah, I made that up anyway. But you handled yourself very well. You never said that at all. But people have often likened your offstage persona to Sandy anyway, because you have got that very clean-cut image.
Yeah, I mean, I'm somewhere between the Sandy in the beginning and the Sandy at the end, if you know what I mean. I mean, the thing is that the character of Sandy always had a reputation of being a bit of a wimp, but, you know, I'd like to think I can handle myself a little better than that.
I want to know about you handling yourself. I want to know about things that maybe you have done.
Can I ask about this?
If you want.
What is it? What is it for? Is this...
I haven't got a clue. Thanks for asking. It makes my job a lot easier. I was going to interview you, but if you want to ask me about random props, that's a screen, by the way. You want to watch that at any point, and this is the sofa. Sorry, I'm being very unkind. I'm sorry, I'm very unkind. No,
trying to get the edge over the
gas.
gas.
No, that was a random act of kindness. I was giving you a little bit back there. No, people have said that about you and Sandy, and I know that you don't even drink. You have, like, the occasional tipple, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm not really into drinking. Just,
But you have the occasional one. And surely... No, I'm just putting this to you. Surely once you've had that first taste, don't you ever think another 8 or 10 of them would do me fine?
No, not really.
Never at all?
No.
Have you never walked home with a traffic cone on your head or anything like that and eaten a kebab or like...
No, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but...
No smashing up shop windows?
Sorry.
Because I know one thing you have done that you've never made public, only to me, was that you once dropped a water bomb on your teacher, you little minx.
Oh, yeah, well, you know, we all have skeletons in our closet.
And is that the best you can do?
That's about the best I can do, sadly enough.
OK, well, there is someone in our crew who's got a lot more skeletons in the closet. Let's go down and see how she's doing. Hufty, how are you?
Hiya, I'm here with Warren backstage. Warren's just come off stage with Duran Duran. Was it a good gig? It was a cushy gig. There's Tony Hadley from Spandau Ballet. But we're coming over to see more Amanda and more John. John, I hear that Amanda just cut your hair tonight before you went on.
How do you hear that?
You told me.
Yeah, well, I did it myself, actually. I just got, you know, tired of having to make conversation with hairdressers. But then she wasn't too content with it, so she fixed it up for me.
I think it looks really smart. Yeah, new career for you, Amanda.
Absolutely. In case all fails, I'll become a hairdresser.
Yeah.
That's it. You didn't know I could cut hair, did you?
No, I did. You could do mine later on. What do you reckon?
It's got to be one of the easiest jobs in the entertainment industry.
John, do you fancy one like this?
Not just yet. Not just yet.
You wait to see him tomorrow when I've got hold of him.
Yeah. Strap him down and shave his hair off.
Oh, I do that every night. Just knock the hair on his head.
Keep it clean, keep it clean.
So, look, I've been hearing some worrying stories that you're in therapy. Is that just because you live in America now, or
no, it's great to be in therapy. If you've been on The Word, you've got to be on therapy.
Yeah, if you've watched The Word for any length of time, you're in therapy.
You need therapy,
You should be in therapy. Ask yourself, why are you doing this job, you know?
Amanda, all the time I ask myself that question.
There you go. You see, you got to ask yourself that.
Okay, so you think I need therapy after I've finished doing this?
I'll hook you up with someone. Ask Terry, he's probably got someone.
Terry's got a therapist. Terry needs a therapist. Terry, we're going to go back over to you. Have you got some questions?
No, what I was going to say was that I went to a psychiatrist and he recommended suicide, you know? Amanda, I was going to say, you've got a film coming up, haven't you, in Los Angeles? You're going to be making a movie, aren't you, soon?
In Los Angeles? Yeah, I am. I told you about that earlier on the phone. It's, I start filming in 3 weeks, I already said that. Yep. And it's my first film, so we're all very excited. It's called Paul is Dead.
I didn't realise I didn't realise you'd already said it. Listen, we've got a few people out in the audience here who want to ask you questions, Amanda. Yeah, what's your question?
Amanda, what everyone wants to know is, how do you look so good after having a baby?
I don't know. It's a complete and utter fluke. It's a complete nightmare losing weight after a baby, just pure starvation and exercise. But it's worth it, you know. It's the best thing in the world, having a baby.
You can have another one, then?
Not for a few years.
All right, we've got another question here.
Yeah, John, you're back at the top now, yeah? And selling out Wembley and all of that. But was there ever a fear that your career might become overshadowed by Amanda?
Not in my eyes. I mean, I'm about music. We're completely different. We have different lives, you know. I do the one thing, she does the other, and I make records, write songs. It's a different ballgame altogether.
After I lost the weight after the baby, I couldn't overshadow him anymore.
Okay, another question now.
Yeah, John and Amanda, you both lead jet-set lifestyles. Are you extravagant people?
No, I don't think so. No,
are we extravagant? I'm really extravagant. I spend all the money that he earns.
No, I wouldn't say we were extravagant.
That's fair enough. You can't ask him another question. You've had your turn now.
Oh, what? Well, very much get another one.
Go and ask us another question.
No, Amanda, something I've always wanted to know. Is it true you used to model balaclavas?
I did. Who told you that? That's a
Look at from me, even.
With that and the rubber
Isabella,
suits.
listen, extravagant lifestyles. Amanda, I think this is where you might be getting a bit of a yawonga from to lead an extravagant lifestyle. Have a look at this.
Gossip. Sneak preview. Levi jeans have turned all kinds of people into stars. Here's an exclusive look at their brand new ad campaign, which features some unknown models. But an ad that wasn't planned to be shown this side of the Atlantic stars someone who's very definitely not an unknown. Our very own Amanda de Cadenet.
Amanda, Amanda, a Levi jeans advert there. She's disappeared. Amanda, a Levi jeans advert there. What everyone here would like to know is how much did you get paid for it?
Tons of money. Enough so I don't have to work all year, Terry. Aren't you jealous?
And, you know,
with your pittance, you get paid on the words.
I worked with you for 2 years. I've never seen you dip your hand in your pocket yet. You're looking good. I'll see you around sometime. All right. Thanks a lot. Listen, now, as you know, we've been very loving and giving on tonight's show, and now to the antithesis of that. What we always say is no pain, no gain. Take a look at this. Welcome to the hopefuls, people who say they'd do anything to be on television. Meet Simon Ewan, an 18-year-old business studies student from London who wants to be an entrepreneur. To give him a taste of stardom, we served him up a bowl of toenails fresh from the chiropodist and garnished it with a few corns and verrucas. Bon appetit, Simon.
I'd do anything to be on TV.
Well done, Simon. You're a star.
Spread the word.
Which of these 4 women said after changing their image, "Quite frankly, I think I used to look like an old drag queen"? Was it Lisa Stansfield, Julia Roberts, Annie Lennox, or Jerry Hall? Find out after the break.
Spread the word.
We asked you which of these 4 women said after changing their image, "Quite frankly, I think I used to look like an old drag queen." And the answer is Lisa Stansfield.
Welcome back. Still to come in this part of the show, we don't want that, do we? We don't want any of those people looking unpleasant at all there. I've popped outside the studio. Sorry, we've got Keanu Reeves coming up live on from LA by satellite. Coming up in this part of the show, we've got all that, but more importantly, we've got some more random acts of kindness. And what I've done is popped out to come and meet some of the people who work behind the scenes and maybe cheer up their life a little bit. Hello, what's your name? Because I don't actually meet these people. This person's obviously called Cavill because it says, there you go, Cavill Miller. Cavill, what do you do?
Hi, I sit here on reception.
And that must be a very tiresome task, I should imagine.
It is, it's dreadful.
You probably get all people like Diana Ross.
People.
You probably get like Diana Ross, Des O'Connor coming in and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, to ease your burden, here's £10.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Look at the smile it's brought to that woman's face. And what about this chap over here? Excuse me? What's your name?
Rajiv.
Rajiv?
Yes.
OK, Rajiv, what do you do for a living?
I'm a security officer.
And what time do you expect to get home tonight, Rajiv?
About 2:30.
2:30? And what time's it now? It doesn't matter because you're going home now, Rajiv. Come with me. Come with me. Look, look. Quick look of emotion for the camera because let's face it, that's what this show's all about. Rajiv, come out. You see this limo? Did you wonder what it was doing out here?
Yes, I did. I thought you were having somebody come in especially.
No! Hey,
No,
Reggie,
not
tonight, no, we haven't done that. We're going to take you home. And if you're lucky, Gillian Telforth will be in the back seat. So you get in there, Reggie. We've sorted it all out with your bosses. There you go. You go and have a nice time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Don't you worry about it. Well, it's back over to America now because Danny's been over there meeting a footballer with a difference.
Here in the Lone Star State, high school football isn't a sport, it's a religion. The roughest and toughest team for miles around is here in Pittsburgh, Texas, where this season's hottest signing for the Pittsburgh Pirates is currently setting the world of football alight.
I'm Brock Stansbury. I'm 16 years old. I weigh 195 pounds.
Not Brock.
Hi, I'm Marte Chris. I weigh 154 pounds. I'm 16 years old.
Not Marte.
Hi, I'm Tammy Overstreet. I'm 18 years old and I weigh 220 pounds.
Yes, it's 18-year-old Tammy Overstreet, the first girl to play high school football in Texas. In her first season, she's made a huge impact, and her school, Pittsburgh High, has gone Tammy crazy.
She's a sweet girl and she's pretty big.
She stands for what everybody else wants to do, though they can't do it.
So what do you think of her playing football for your school? Proud of it, or you are?
Oh, I'm proud of it. I mean, not that many girls would be that brave to do something like that.
What is that like out there on the field when you're with the other guys? I mean, is it kind of embarrassing with the physical contact, or was it?
No, it's a lot of fun. It's just, you know, I'm a real competitor, and I like to be out there competing, you know, and it's real physical, and I like that, so.
She may be a lady, but on the field, number 68 can make mincemeat out of any guy, as her coach Calvin Hill knows only too well.
Tammy has great determination. In one scrimmage, a guy took a swing at her. She took a swing right back at him, you know, so she can, you know, now protect herself now, and I don't feel near as protective as I did earlier.
After convincing Coach Hill to give her a trial, there was no looking back. Tammy debuted for the Pittsburgh Pirates early last year. For her, it was a childhood dream come true.
When I went out, you know, that first time I ran through the banner and everything, I felt great. You know, I was ready to play. I was pumped up. And, I mean, it was, you know, a feeling like I'd never felt before.
But Tammy's arrival on the team has posed a few problems. She can mix it with the guys on the field, but after the final whistle, it's a different story. When it comes to getting her kit off, Tammy uses a different changing room.
What would you think if the coach said, right, Tammy's got to change and shower with you guys?
Well, I guess I just wait for her to get out.
But every time Tammy slips on her jersey, her doting parents, Bruce and Margie, hold their breath and hope their little girl will stay in one piece.
Well, when she goes out, just kind of get scared and I pay more attention to where she's at and what she's doing rather than the ball.
I wonder if she's really going to get hurt or if this is going to be the time that I'm going to have to jump the fence and go out there to see about her. But when it's all over and when they all get unpiled and everything and everybody gets up, then I have a pretty good feeling about the whole thing.
But Bruce and Margie needn't fret for their little girl. For football isn't her first love. Every morning at 4 a.m, she leaves her waterbed in the motel her parents run and walks 3/4 of a mile to attend to her beloved bunnies.
If it came down to football or animals, it'd be my animals. Because I love them a lot more than I do football. I like football, but these are my babies.
And how do you see yourself in 10 years' time? Still been play football? Or?
No, I see myself as a vet.
As a vet?
Yeah, I'm making lots of money, I hope.
She may be hanging up her boots at the end of this season, but Tammy the Tank Overstreet has guaranteed her place in the Pittsburgh Pirates Hall of Fame.
Tammy! 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 Go Tammy!
The word.
I think it's definitely winning the war in a sex. It was a bit like John Steinbeck, Mice and Men, with the bunny there, wasn't it? Muscles in a spear. I should say, nice to meet you, Debbie.
Nice to meet you, too.
And you, of course, Ollie. I'm sure you'll be watching the old Super Bowl on Sunday, won't you?
You bet.
Listen, we're going to go over now by satellite to the one city in the world where young lovers don't really want the earth to move when they make love. Los Angeles. We're going to meet a man as well who might be very popular with some of the young ladies out there, Keanu Reeves. Hang on. Keanu, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, that's good. Listen, you've been promoting your new movie, Little Buddha, today, and I've noticed that a lot of the roles you've had recently have been, you know, quite heavy drama roles. Are you actually getting a bit more serious now that you're getting older, and those are more the kind of roles you want to do?
Right now, that is the way it's been going, yeah. I don't know if it's age. I'm sure that has something to do with it, of course. And also, I guess it's what has come my way, what I've been looking for, and what's happening.
Well, are you actually getting more spiritual now that you're approaching the big 3-0, do you think?
Is that what that is? It's the 3-0 spiritual wall. Well, it seems to go that, right? I mean, the Christ year is 33. Shakyamuni Gautama, Buddha, supposedly left at 29. So I guess that is the nature of it all.
Obviously, everybody over here has heard about the Los Angeles earthquake. Do you think that might have been Los Angeles karma?
How could I know? I don't know.
I mean, were you affected badly by the earthquake?
No, I wasn't. I was lucky in the sense that I didn't have any. All my friends and family are okay. Yeah, thanks.
Because everybody over here seems to think that the whole city collapsed.
Parts of the city did. They did. Hollywood did not fall, but places in Northridge, etc., there's been devastating damage. I feel like I'm on CNN. There has been devastating, but it's true.
I mean, normally it's women always feel exploited when they're naked. Do you think that they're exploiting Keanu Reeves as a pin-up sometimes when they're always getting you to take your clothes off in your movies nowadays?
They haven't been doing that, actually. It's like, we know, Keanu, you're coming back from the funeral, but we want you to... take your shirt off because you're, you know, depressed. I don't have any of that happening.
Do you watch out for that kind of thing now?
No, I don't. It hasn't really been, this is only actually the forum where I come across it, in terms of that. But other than this, I don't do it.
Now, you're also getting involved in music now. Is that as a hobby thing? You've got a band called Dogstar.
Right, yeah, it was just started off in the garage, and we started to play locally in some bars. I had a friend here who had a part owner in a bar, so we played at her place, and from there it was fun, so we just kind of went on. And right now we we played in the garage the other day, but I had to move out of the house, so no longer Dogstar does not have a place to play.
Yeah, there's a British band called the Voodoo Queens who did a song about you called Canoey Head. It wasn't an insulting one, actually. It was quite a nice song about you.
Good.
Have you actually heard that yet?
No, I haven't. Do you have it?
Oh, yeah, I mean, we'll send you a copy over. It's
Right,
quite a big independent hit over here.
Yeah.
So you'll have to do a tune about them called the Voodoo Queens. Listen, it's been great talking to you, Keanu.
Right.
Hopefully, you know, you'll come and play on the Word sometime with your band.
Yeah, that would be fun. I mean, we really, really, really would love to come to London and play. I mean, it would be amazing, I think. Good fun.
Well, I'm sure there'll be plenty of people queuing up to see you. Thanks a lot for
let
talking
me
to
just
us,
say,
Keanu.
we're not that good. I mean, we're okay, but, you know, it's not Zooropa.
You're supposed to leave that for other people get paid for saying things like that.
Yeah, I know. Taking food from the mouths of babes, I know. Sharks.
Thanks a lot for talking to us.
Thanks,
Good
man.
luck. What can I say? A top man, and he will be coming on the Word in a few weeks' time. You'll be able to see an interview that, I think he'll be talking to Danny, in fact. You're a big fan of Keanu Reeves, then?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Your favourite kind of guy? is that? I know, well, he's not your macho type, is he?
He's your sensitive type, Terry.
Like you?
Like me.
I'm glad to see that. Listen, I would like to say thank you very much for coming in tonight.
Thank you. Wait,
Debbie.
can I say hi to Shane Ritchie on the show? Because now, here's someone who does, you know, 1 million TV shows in a week, and he said, say hi to me on the Word, say hi to me. Hi, Shane.
Publicity seeker. Thank you very much for coming in, Oliver. I'll say we'll finish it outside, and thanks to Hufty and Amanda and Duran Duran out there in Wembley. See ya.
Right, this is Curtis. Give us a wave, Curtis. Give us a wave. Say ta-ra to everybody. Bye. Bye from Duran.
I am the milkman of human kindness. I will leave an extra pint. Next week we've got music from Sepultura and Real to Real, and to finish off tonight's show we've got some rap. Straight out of Compton came NWA, straight out of New York came Run DMC, and straight out of Doncaster come our final band tonight, Honky, with their new single, The Whistler.